Sheriff's Office for the state investigation, and to the FBI and the ATF for the federal investigation. So just letting you know, unless I'm mistaken, no one up here has any current information or updates from the investigation as of today. With that, Congressman for this area, Randy Weber.
Thank you, Judge Henry. I'm Randy Weber. I represent the 14th District of Congress. This is a tough time. We've got a hurting community. We've got people who've lost loved ones, some of them students, some adults. We are going to pull through this. This is going to be a time for our community of healing. This is the second time in 8 months that we've gone through a tragedy. We had Hurricane Harvey last August, and now this. We will pull together. We will grieve together. We will love one another. We'll work together. We did it after Harvey, still doing it after Harvey. We'll do it after this. I told people back after the hurricane that Harvey may have brought the downpour, but our Texans and our friends and our neighbors are bringing the outpour. Lord, help us to grieve through this, to love on those folks, to be a blessing to them, and to redouble our efforts to hug our kids, maintain that degree of respect for one another, love for our family, for our community. Santa Fe is what I call a salt of the earth community. It just doesn't get any better than this. And we're going to get through this. We will once again laugh. It'll be a while, but we will get through this. And we just want everyone that's watching or listening to pray for Santa Fe and all the victims and their families. And we appreciate y'all being here. And I'm going to turn it over to Henry Van de Putte with the Red Cross. Henry.
My name's Henry Van de Putte, and I'm the Regional Chief Executive Officer for the American Red Cross Texas Gulf Coast region. Our hearts and our minds are with the community of Santa Fe and with the entire Galveston County community. At the request of local law enforcement and local authorities, the American Red Cross, in coordination with the FBI Victims Assistance, DPS Victims Assistance, has opened up a Family Assistance Center, a secure place where families affected by this devastating tragedy can receive emotional support, vital community services, get something to eat and drink, and give reprieve from their current state. Agencies that are ready to serve vary from the American Red Cross, Salvation Army, DPS Family Services, Victim Services, FBI Victim Services, Gulf Coast, the Innovative Alternatives, the Attorney General's Victims Assistance, the District Attorney's Office, the Texas Medical Examiner's Office, and Funeral Services. The Family Assistance Center is located at Aldersgate United Methodist Church, 13217 FM 1764, right here in Santa Fe. It's open today from 9 to 6 p.m. and will be open tomorrow, 9 to 6 p.m. We unite with the Santa Fe ISD community in saying we ask that all media respect the privacy of that location to allow the spaces for those families to grieve and to receive a very secure and private way to receive vital services. Thank you.
Okay, if you had any questions, yes. I'm going to let Chief Braun address that question. He's been overseeing that with the students coming to pick up their vehicles.
Good afternoon. I'm Walter Braun. I'm Chief of Police for Santa Fe ISD. We're doing a limited, allowing the students and staff members access one-on-one with an officer to go and collect their valuables, car keys, and vehicles. They're brought in groups of 10 to the campus, and they're logged in, and individually they're escorted by an officer to the room, gather their valuables, and then brought to their vehicles. Only part of the building is available to us for that, so it's on a very limited basis. As of right now, there's been approximately 50 that's come through there, and this will continue through the afternoon until about 4 p.m.
Chief, what's the status? Can you talk a little bit about how you prepared your officers for what they're likely going to experience with these kids? I mean, it's 24 hours after, and they're going back not only onto the property, but to the campus themselves. What pep talk did you give to your staff, you know, in anticipation of walking students and teachers through this?
Our officers have been very, very resilient, and I don't think it's really sunk in yet as to allowing the emotions to take control. Our officers are very well prepared. We go through drills. They've been through level 1 and level 2 active shooter training. We drill all the time with the students and staff, and they're prepared to go into action. That was reflected by the 2 officers that engaged them right away. I'm not going to talk about any operational things or investigative. I got to defer that to the FBI.
What's the latest condition of the school resource officer who was injured?
Last I heard it was critical but stable.
Chief, how many rounds did your officers?
I'm not going to discuss any investigative.
Chief, students have said that his behavior was odd, the alleged shooter. Did you guys have any warning signs?
I'm not going to discuss any operational.
Chief, when should the public expect more answers? Some outstanding questions there.
I'm going to defer that to the FBI because it's their investigation along with Texas Rangers. No, we're assisting in the investigation, but the FBI and the Texas Rangers have lead.
Chief, point of clarification, were you the one that went in and helped get that school resource officer out, or was that your assistant chief?
I'm not going to discuss that at this
But was
time.
it you?
Chief Braun,
Was it you?
Officer who was in
Yes.
critical condition, do you have any information at all about the other people who were wounded in the incident?
I can't discuss that at this time.
Did you talk about the courageous actions of your officers? Last one. Did you talk about the courageous actions of your officers?
Our officers went in there and did what they could. They did what they're trained for and went in immediately. And it's a tragic event for everybody involved. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you once again for being here. We're going to conclude this press conference so that we are able to get back to take care of our students, our staff, and their families.
Can I ask one question about that, as Superintendent Wall? You all have made a hotline available. You have counselors available. Can you talk a little bit about how you're just triaging the resources that your students will need in the next few days? I mean, you're pulling in a lot of counseling for not only the victims, but the families as well. Can you talk about that?
We have been in the process of working with multiple agencies to get those resources together. The hotline was designed specifically for Santa Fe ISD and for this tragedy. As we move forward, more services are going to be aligned. We're in the process of working as a team to develop the return process for our students, for our staff, and all of the counseling that will be necessary for that. We have multiple districts and agencies that are going to assist.
Is this one of those things, unfortunately?
Okay, once again, I'm going to thank you for being here. And once again, we will keep you updated through social media. And